A large retail store just canceled a huge order, leaving us with a ton of extra My Pillows. But you know what? That's their loss. I'm going to make it your gain. For the first time ever, you get standard classic My Pillows for wholesale prices, only $14.88. I can't believe I'm even saying that. Only $14.88. But it gets even better. For a limited time, I'm going to offer my entire classic collection at wholesale prices. Upgrade to a queen size My Pillow for just $18.88. King size only $1 more. Get my body pillows for $29.88 and multi-use My Pillows for only $9.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on the screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of wholesale pricing for the first time ever on TV, including my standard size My Pillow, only $14.88. They've never been offered this low before. We have limited quantities at this price, so limit's going to be 10, and once they're gone, they're gone.
This is Chris Ruddy, and I love Gene Valentino's Grassroots Truth Cast. Make sure you're tuning in just like I do every day, every week, every minute.
All right, another truth teller up with me next, GOP political strategist and insider. He's also the host of the Grassroots Truthcast podcast, Gene Valentino. Welcome in, Gene. Good to have you.
Good to be with you, I think.
Yeah, I know. It's been kind of a long few days as we look at sort of what a difference 2 weeks and a different hurricane makes, because now the optics are that they're all about the American people. We have another clip here from Mayorkas I'd love to get your reaction to, because they're trying to blame everyone but their own mismanagement.
Are you concerned that individuals involved in the recovery effort are being threatened online?
We most certainly are. We are seeing horrific hate speech of all types propagated on online platforms. That deplorable speech has an impact on people's lives, and it is also a motivating force for people to do harm. And it has got to stop. And it is our work in the Department of Homeland Security to combat hate in all its forms. We will continue that work.
They're really upset. There's been 2 assassination attempts on Donald Trump. I don't hear that type of, concern from Mayorkas over those, Gene. Do you?
No, I don't, Bianca. In fact, it's just like Merrick Garland. It's selective prosecution. In this case with Mr. Mayorkas, it's selective righteous indignation. How dare he be upset about this hate conversation when his vice president is worrying more about being with Howard Stern and The View and other Colbert, yes, indeed, and there you have in parallel Senator Rick Scott, Senator Rubio, and a cluster of congressmen working 2 days ahead of the crisis to be prepared and at the ready for the responses necessary for this crisis. This is, and now she's trying to sort of at the 11th hour step into the game and provide commentary as if she's concerned. Too little, too late, Bianca. I think the polls don't reflect just how far ahead Donald Trump is right now.
Very well said. And also, we see DeSantis just talking off the cuff, in the crisis. She was in Georgia 2 days after Donald Trump for Helene, and she could barely muster the answer to one question off of her prepared comments. I want to pick up what you just said. Donald Trump, today was a big day for him as well, because he laid out more economic plans. He was at the Detroit Economic Club. He also praised all the governors, and he did have some sharp words for FEMA. Here's his statements.
I'd like to congratulate governors of Florida, Ron DeSantis, Governor Brian Kemp of Georgia and South Carolina, Henry McMaster. They were really hit hard, and they've done really a fantastic job. The federal government, on the other hand, has not done what you're supposed to be doing, in particular with respect to North Carolina. They've let those people suffer unjustly.
Well, I'm sure they'll call it misinformation, won't they? Because they don't like the truth. Their contempt for Americans. Joe Biden was at the beach during Helene. She was picking up checks out west, Gene.
Yeah, we were spoiled with the early days of Donald Trump when he was at the ready to provide responses, not ahead of or upstaging governor leadership responses, but in concert with them, actually carrying them along when they were lackluster in their leadership of response during his first term. In this case, he's complimenting DeSantis because DeSantis took the ball and ran with it. He really took it over the finish line, and I hope it's someone like Donald Trump that copies and pastes the policies, procedures, and rules of emergency response in Florida to some 49 other states in this nation to synchronize our rapid response procedures nationwide. And in return, he might step up to help do an enema on FEMA to be more responsive. We can't wait 10 years for $750 from FEMA. We need FEMA to be much more proactive in the financial response needed for the state governors and the state legislators.
Well, I know there's going to be a closer look after that $1 billion was sent towards migrants. And even President Biden, to your point, said that Ron DeSantis is doing a great job there. So much more on that, of course. I thought that was interesting, Gene.
Real quick, I think that's a quick, I think that has something to do with how he feels about Kamala Harris right now and how he might have been removed from the playbook.
You mean the coup? Yes, I know. We'll watch that very closely. Gene Valentino, always great to have you, sir. Thank you.
Throughout history, the spirit of patriotism has prevailed. The battles may have changed, but the values remain the same. Today, in 2024, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment where the call for unity, freedom, and a better future echoes louder than ever. For more than 10 years, Patriot Mobile has been committed to supporting the values that make our nation great. With affordable plans and reliable nationwide coverage, Patriot Mobile is not just a wireless service. It's a call to action for those who believe in the American dream. Because this year is not just any year, it's the most important year since our nation's founding. Choose a wireless carrier that shares your values. Choose Patriot Mobile.